Hello, my name is Angie Torres. Thank you for joining me today as I present to you the dissertation defense. This presentation is very dear to my heart and very personal. The presentation title is Latinx 5th grade student perceptions of their experiences in a leadership skills and social emotional learning program, a phenomenological study presented for Baylor University College of Education, Department of Curriculum and Instruction. Today, I will begin with the following elements of the study. First, I will begin with the problem statement that brought me to the rationale for this particular study. I will then follow up by providing you a review of the literature, the purpose statement, and the research questions. I will then present to you the theoretical framework, following the methodology, and then give an overview of findings, the summary of implications, and finally, I will close with the distribution plan. Starting with the problem statement. The achievement gap in which Hispanic students underperform is a growing concern among educators. A lack of equal opportunities among Hispanic students has led to these gaps in performance, achievement, and prospects. This literature review argues that training Latinx students in leadership may help and assist in addressing academic achievement gaps. Therefore, research is very crucial for understanding how best to address the opportunity gap. The performance gap of Latinx students continues to be a growing national concern. There are 3 contributing factors to the Latinx student opportunity gap. First, the Latinx culture expectation to place family over pursuing further education, influencing the students' views of their own educational goals. Second, stereotype threats that the Latinx population experience can impact their confidence in their academic skills. And finally, the fragile relationships that educators create with Latinx students, which can possibly hinder their sense of confidence in their success. The second contributing factor is teaching leadership skills can assist in creating leaders. Leadership training for Latinx students can help counter the barriers to their confidence in their ability to succeed academically. Next, the CASEL framework emphasizes how students make decisions that affects their confidence to showcase leadership skills and academic success. Within this CASEL framework, there are 5 competencies within the framework that include self-regulation, self-awareness, social awareness, relationship skills, and finally, responsible decision-making. Finally, scholarship indicates that training students in leadership can help improve their academics. This training includes Covey's 7 habits that help students use leadership concepts to promote leadership skills. Those 7 habits include be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, seek first to understand and then to be understood, synergize, and then sharpen the saw. The purpose of this qualitative phenomenological study is to examine and to understand the student perceptions of the impact of the Leader in Me program on leadership and academic achievement in 5th grade Latinx students in the Northwest region of Dallas ISD. In doing so, this study contributed to the body of literature addressing Latinx students' development and the impact that the Leader in Me program had. There was one primary research question that guided the research and 2 sub-questions. The primary research states, what are the experiences of the Latinx students who participated in the Leader in Me program? For the 2 sub-questions, the first one states, what are the student perceptions on how an endorsed social emotional development program influences Latinx students' leadership development? And the last sub-question consists of what aspects of the CASEL framework are present in student experiences. This research study followed an inductive analysis theoretical framework that drew from CASEL. The CASEL framework promotes and fosters social emotional health through social emotional learning, academic achievement, all in which consist of approaches and outcomes on student culture and learning. In order to focus on examining and understanding the student perceptions of the Leader in Me program on leadership and academic achievement in 5th grade Latinx students in the Northwest region of Dallas ISD, a qualitative phenomenological study was chosen. The participants that were chosen from the study came from a purposive sample that consisted of 4 Latinx 5th grade students that were a part of this Northwest cluster in Dallas ISD in 2019-2020 academic school year. The data collection consisted of 3 particular phases. Phase 1 consisted of one-on-one student interviews with each of the 4 students, and Phase 2 consisted of collection of artifacts such as the Leader in Me lesson plans, the Leader in Me student work, and of course, Zoom recordings. The final phase consisted of classroom observations, also involving each of the 4 participants. Following the data collection phase, data analysis was performed manually through the data analysis spiral, coding for developing themes, and accuracy checks. Parent-informed consent was required due to each of those 4 participants being under the age of 18 to minimize the risk of participant harm. Participation in the study was voluntary. Also, to protect the privacy and confidentiality among the participants, pseudonyms were chosen for each of them. This study also had several limitations, including generalizations that included the sampling method and potential bias from the research due to positionality with the phenomenon. The results of this study consisted of 4 findings that related to the research questions. The first finding consisted of Latinx students had positive experiences and perceptions that participated in the Leader in Me program. Second, the Latinx students' belief in their ability to be leaders through this Leader in Me program. Third, based on the Leader in Me program that embeds the CASEL framework, students believed that they were more self-aware, they were self-managed, they were responsible, and had decision-making abilities. And finally, there was an additional finding that emerged, and that finding suggested that ESL strategies be embedded in the Leader in Me program that involved listening, speaking, reading, and writing to support the understanding of the program in its entirety. The study findings provide 3 implications for future development for the Latinx students who participated in the Leader in Me program. First, administrators need to review the Leader in Me components through a professional development setting that includes ESL strategies embedding through the training for all of their teachers. Next, the findings of the study argue that there is a lack of teacher preparation through lesson plan reviews to support the Leader in Me program components based on the training that's received for second language learners. And then last, the Franklin Covey consultants should revise the Leader in Me program to include modifications embedded to accommodate diverse populations with ESL strategies, or a Spanish version to reach more students in their home language. I plan to present the key findings and the recommendations of this study by inviting the key stakeholders to a 1-hour presentation in an informal setting. During this informal meeting, the researcher will share the findings of the study, present recommendations, and allow the key stakeholders the opportunities to ask any questions and offer any type of suggestions. Additionally, all key stakeholders will have access to a folder that consists of the report that outlines researchers' key findings and recommendations for the Leader in Me program, ESL best strategies, and any further strategies to accommodate second language learners. Thank you for allowing me to share my presentation with you today. My aspiration is to engage Latinx students through the Leader in Me program to develop confidence in their leadership skills and abilities to improve in their academic performance for optimal success.